Alright, welcome to the video, and this is part 3 of data visualization with Python. But in this video we are going to use Pandas built-in module to do the data visualization. So we looked at all of these plots in part 1 and 2. So here you can see just essentially scrolling up what we did in all these parts. So now we are back with the Pandas module. We're going to do data visualization with Pandas built-in module. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to read the data set and let's see what do we have in the data set. So I want to make sure that it's on. Yeah, that's fine. So here we have the data set. So if you want to do a quick histogram, so we did sns.hist, right? You remember that. So you can say there are two methods. You can call the built-in plot function, right? So you can do something like df, select the column, right? And call the plot function. Oops, sorry for that. All right, what do we do wrong? So select the, oh, it's df1, that's why. So select the column, right? And by default, you can just call the plot method and it's gonna do a plot. Now, the other method is you can say plot dot line, even this will work the same, here you see the pandas did the job. Now, let me show you a couple of more stuff so you will enjoy, right? So what we can do is we can do a histogram plot. So we can just say dot plot dot hist. So oops, it's df1. Why do I forget always? So here you can see nice histogram. We can supply bins is 40, so a nice histogram, right? Done with that. So once we're done with that, we can do is a bar plot. So if you want to select a data frame, let's say I want to do df1, I'm gonna select a column B. So if I try to print it, I have essentially all of these. So I can call the built-in plot function. So here it's gonna see, it's gonna do the plot. To do the bar plot, I'm gonna say dot bar and run it. Remember, it's gonna take time because it's gonna try to fit all of the data. Excuse me. All right, so once that is working, you can also let that run out, let it run. So it's, you see my computer is a little bit slow right now because I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. I'm also recording, so it might be a little slow, but that's fine. So that's the bar plot. So so once we're done with that, we can also supply we can do an area plot. So that's not what we expected, right? So don't worry, that's fine. We're gonna do a little better stuff. So df1.head, .head, right? Right. So now I'm gonna show you another plot. So that is the area plot. So essentially, just moving to my notebooks. So we have the histogram, right? So I taught you how to do that. So what you can do is also you can use styles on this. So you can use matplotlib style. So I'm not gonna cover that. I just want to keep this video really very simple. So now we are coming to the area plot. So what we can do to do area plot is similarly we can run that on the entire df2 dot plot dot area. So if you run that, here you see we have area. You can supply alpha alpha, let's say 0.6. So here you see it's like kind of faded out. So 0.3 more faded out. So you can do that as well. You have then another thing that you can do is do a bar plot. So let me just show that df2 dot plot dot bar, right? So if it's a small data set, it's fine. You can also supply an argument known as stack stacked equals to. So now it's stacked on one another. You can see that. So once that is done, so now I talked about the histogram. Similarly, if you want to do a line plot, you can of course do a line plot. So if you want to do a line plot, so we can say so first of all, you want to run that line plot on the data frame. So whatever data frame you want to run, so df2 dot plot, right? And we can say dot line, supply the x argument. So remember, we need to just specify, oh sorry, my Jupyter notebook, oh gosh, I did not save it, did I? All right, hopefully. All right, so that's fine. df2 dot head. So we are on the line plot, by the way. So df2 dot plot dot line. Now essentially, to plot that, we need to supply the name of the columns, or the actual columns, I would say. So x so let me say x equals to df2 equal to df2. Alright, so we did something wrong. Oh, so I had to say, so the first column had to be indexed, so that is why we got a small error, but that's fine. I mean, we can fix it off. So essentially, want to move to the scatter plot. So let's try df2 dot cttr scatter. Oops, sorry, I forgot, it's plot dot scatter, right? Then you can of course supply the x and the y argument. Remember, it has to be numbers. Alright, so what's going on? Alright, so here you see we have a nice plot. So just want to show you the data set. Has to be numbers, remember that. So a and b has to be numbers for the scatter plot. So what you can do, essentially, you can also supply an argument, like C, if you want to compare with the column C. So you can say C. So you would have a nice kind of a comparison stuff. You can say C map equals to cool warm. Oops, it's cool warm. Yeah, it's always. So do that. So here you can see it's nice colored. So that's done. So of course you can specify the size if you want to give an argument, how big do you want. So that's fine. I mean, this customization you guys can read. So another plot is we can run a box plot. df2 dot plot dot box. So if I just say that, so here you see a nice box plot. Pretty easy. I would suggest you to use Seaborn to do all this, but if you just want to do a quick plot, you know, this is usually a good idea. Now I want to show you the hex bin plot. So df2 dot plot dot hex bin x. Essentially, it will take the x and y. So let's do that. Let's just supply x and y. Alright, I think it's TF1. So here you see we have a nice hex plot, but it's kind of small because there are a lot of data points. So what you can do, supply the grid size and the C map, remember. Run it again. Nice, you have a nice hex bin plot. So now we can do this. If you want just the KDE plot, you can just say call off on any so on any row you can call the KDE plot. So let's say df2 dot plot dot KDE. Was it KDE or KDE plot syntax? Oh, just KDE, right? Okay. So now you see for all the columns it did the distribution, so you can have an idea. But if you, what you can do is, if you just want for one column, so of course supply the column argument, right? Do that, that will work as well. After that, similarly, I showed you we have a density plot, so we can do that. So that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed my data visualization with Python. This is tutorial number 3 with Pandas built-in module. So if you are liking, you can also support me by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Make sure to share my videos to people whom you think it might be useful. Thank you for giving me all the love, support on your channel. And as I said, I'll try my best to make the best content for you. Thank you so much.